Aaron's kitchen.
Alright, now that the curry's in the oven, got about 60 minutes to, I guess, make some rice and make some yogurt. I'm going to make some Raita, some Indian yogurt, using cucumber, a little bit of roasted cumin, and some yogurt. You can use whatever fat content yogurt you want. The higher the fat content, the less runny it will be, but when I prepare the cucumber, I'll give you a little trick for that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to roast some cumin seed. So we're going to chuck this in. Just a little bit, like, you know, maybe about a tablespoon. And if you can get right up in on this pan, you'll be able to see that they're popping and snapping. And you want to constantly stir this because you don't want it to get burnt, you just want a roasted flavor. So I started the pan on high. Now I'm going to completely turn off the heat under the pan. Now the pan's nice and hot. You don't need to add any extra heat. We're roasting it. With the combined smell of the roasting cumin and the curry smell coming out of the oven, my crew's going crazy. They're just looking at me and they can't wait to eat. So we're going to try to do this as quickly as possible before there's like a riot. And those are pretty much done. So we're going to add that to about 750 milliliters of yogurt. Oops. And we're done with the cumin. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grate some cucumber. And what the cucumber and the yogurt does basically is it takes the heat off the meal. I tend to make my curry a little spicier than you'd possibly find at like a food court Indian place or even your local Indian restaurant. You basically actually have to ask for spicy to get my degree of heat. So what I'm doing with my crew in mind is I'm making some yogurt, and the base in the yogurt basically counteracts the acidity of the chili, and it basically neutralizes the heat on your palate, among other things. So we are going to add a little bit of cucumber, and it's nice to get a nice garden-grown cucumber. I tend not to use hothouse anything unless it's the dead of winter and I can't make it to one of those trendy little markets, because again, flavor's paramount and you want something that tastes nice and fresh. So we've grated the cucumber, and we're going to go to the sink, and we are going to basically squeeze the life out of this to get all the excess water out. Again, it's important to do this because you don't want to have really runny yogurt. So we're going to add this to the yogurt. We're going to stir it about. After I wash my hands, so we're just going to finish stirring up the Raita, and we got the little roasted cumin seeds in there, we got the cucumber, and it's going to taste really, really good. And like I said, basically the yogurt's just going to keep the heat down, so I'm a bit of a savage with the spice, so we're going to be real easy on my crew. Right, Mark?
Yo.
Alright.
That's what I call me some Raita. Eat it up, bitches.